Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, and Carl Edwards. Brothers Kurt and Kyle Busch have all had problems on the track. What do they all have in common? Teammates. Teammates / brothers. I was like, why? I'm sure a lot of people already know there's some little drama in Team Ford right now between the 17 and myself.
I'm scared.
I am going to go over this as best I can because I want this to be done and over with. And by the end of this, if you're still mad, you're still mad. I want to be swept under the rug. Some things happened. Some things were said. And I did do one slow-mo thing, but it wasn't to be as smart as because of what was said today. It's just because I want to be very clear on what was happening at the point of these certain things. Not a lot happens right here. We're about to get a yellow. You know, we're doing the double down. Anybody who's not in the league and is watching this, we are doing a double down. We had to do Pocono and Kansas at the same time. Back to back, shorten the races up because last week we were lagging. So admins made the right call, just double down. First time ever in the league that they've done a double down. But not a lot happens here, so I'm gonna say my piece. I have a lot of respect for the 17 Samo. What happened here at Pocono, I would have been upset too if it happened to me. But I'm going to slow it down here when what happens, so that way everybody can tell and everybody can see that it wasn't really, it was just a freak deal. Not going to point the blame at anybody. It sucks what happened. If what happens to the 17 car would have happened to me, I would have been pissed. But, you know, I've always said that I'm one of those people that I used to have the hot head. And I would just instantly react. And I've learned over time not to do that, to watch from different angles. And, you know, I got fired upon, so I fired back, and it escalated. I never should have done that. Nice save right there, Giant. That could have been bad. Right in the front of the pack. He pulled to the right.
Yeah, he got the wall.
And we're going to see it. So, hopefully, by the end of this video, we can find some common ground. And we can just get on with winning races, win the championship. Honestly, I think Ford right now is the powerhouse.
I like it.
At any given week, it could switch. But, you know, after the past 2, maybe 3 weeks, Ford's been showing we're the powerhouse. If you were watching the live feed, you know, right at the end, I said at the end of the, when I did my final thoughts, I said we got involved in the wreck in stage 1 and had to fight our way all the way back. It's at Kansas that we get into a wreck and have to come all the way back. Here we pitted and find ourselves back. So let's get to the race here. Here we go, beginning of stage 2. Got to fight our way back. We pitted. I think all these guys, they just chose to stay out, which is good. I definitely respect it. Different strategies. Here we're about to get into a wreck. 24 checks up just a little bit. 22 hits me up. And then everybody starts piling in. I think that was right there. That was just a case. There was cars all over the place. Whoever was on the outside of 24, I think, hit the wall. And then the 24 checked up, so that way he wouldn't hit him. Then I had to check up, so I didn't hit the 24, and I got hit by the 22. Because with that line of view, the 22 might not have been able to see that, and it caused a wreck. Here, people are getting wadded up a little bit there. Normally, I wouldn't make it 3 wide, but they're way up the track. I mean, it's Pocono. There was more than enough room to make it 3 wide, so you know, no harm, no foul. And plus, I was out of the fast groove. I mean, I knew I was going to get past being down there, down below. I think in the tunnel turn is where I made up probably 90% of my time. Turn 3 here, I was decent. Turn 1, I felt I was slightly faster than a lot of people. I had a lot of good
Daytona,
marks,
whatever.
so I was letting off about right there. Then there's a black sign up there. I think it right there, and that was my get back on the throttle point. Just so fast down the straightaway right there. I tell you, if anybody deserves the most improved driver of the year so far, it's that guy right
And a
there,
rowdy
Daytona.
sandwich.
And you're going to see it here in a little bit. He makes this pretty daring 3 wide move. Just slams it down
Yeah, I
into
pitted
turn
up
1.
here, and it's pretty nice.
Holds his
Actually.
line, keeps it off everybody, and he almost made it. He almost makes it work. So, and I told him, him and I had a little issue. I don't even remember what track it was, and him and I had a little chat, and I'm like, dude, listen, you're gonna know when to make the big move, and just settle down a little bit. And he settled down a lot. And when he tried to make that big move 3 wide, I mean, I said flat out on the chat, I'm like, hey, I respect it. He's going for a big move. It's Pocono. It's a huge track. Why not? I mean, I think there was only like 6 or 7 laps to go. Why not? Plenty of track. Go for it.
Ready, dear sir?
Boom.
And see right here, the tunnel turn. I
Here
love
comes
that turn.
the fucking
I don't know what it is. Just
7.
something about the tunnel turn here at Pocono. Just this track in general. I love this track.
Fucking
I don't always
7,
do
man.
that great here, but it's just kind of like some of the road courses. I don't typically do really great at road courses, but man, they're fun. I like them because you're always doing something different. And that's what's great about Poconos. You're always doing something different from turns 1 to turn 2 to turn 3. What are they? I know turn 2 is duplicates the Brickyard. I think turn 3 is supposed to be like the Milwaukee Mile, I think, and turn 1 is Nazareth. I think I could be completely ass backwards. Well, I know turn 1 ain't supposed to duplicate the Milwaukee Mile. I can't remember. Maybe somebody looked that up, put down in the comments. So we're having a really good race here, real clean race. I mean, there's some bump drafting going on, which, I mean, come on, nothing wrong with bump drafting at all. Bump drafting is good.
We still were.
So here you're about to see Smoke make it a 3 wide. Again, it's Pocono. Plenty of track. Why not? I mean, go for it. There, I backed out of it. I didn't want to go 3 wide quite yet. But, Pocono, Michigan, Auto Club, the tracks are wide enough that if you feel like you got to run and you can make something work, go for it. I actually do it. I think I do it twice here, actually. But, I mean, if the track's big enough, now if we were at Atlanta or Charlotte or some of these other tracks, it'd be a different story. But, you get a big wide track like this where you could probably go 5 or 6 wide. You get a chance to go 3 wide and make a pass. You go 3 wide and make a pass. And see right there, you see he's leading. It worked. He had the run, went down in turn 1, made it work.
Giants
top 4 are all Fords.
Never did.
I really think right now
Got
Ford
one
is the powerhouse. I mean, that might be being a little biased. I don't know. But, I mean, Team Chevy can definitely turn that around in a heartbeat. I mean, obviously Josh right now is carrying the torch for Team Chevy. But you got so many other guys there. You got Cowboy. You got the 24.
Look at these
Harvick, I could definitely see him
Lord.
getting up there
Great race
and
for that
challenging for
stage,
wins. I mean, you got
Really good
a lot of
shit
good
going.
guys. Toyota, they made some switching around.
Car
You
was
got
definitely getting
Rooster
real
95
loose.
over there, Nep Dog. You got some good drivers over there. They could turn it around and they can start becoming a powerhouse.
being
You know,
really,
everybody
like,
can
thick
flip flop around for a couple weeks. It can become
could have
interesting,
a,
but right now, after the last
top 5
2
full
weeks,
forwards.
for now, Ford definitely is the powerhouse to deal with. Yeah, right there. I wanted to squeeze
Now you
in.
wanna squeeze
I wanted to
that.
squeeze in bad, but I was like, I just can't do it. I being in front of the
Wow,
pack like
Giant.
that, and here we go. Won't I?
Wow, Giant,
Don't
that
know
was
what Giant was thinking right there.
stupid.
Don't come across here
That
like that.
was
I'm.
just
Y'all could have seen baby girl's boobies,
yeah.
but
I'm back.
you know, Giant amused. He
That's
reminds
wrong.
me of Kyle Busch. Now, if you haven't caught on yet, Rowdy and Rowdy Rooster refers to Kyle Busch. Rowdy is my favorite driver. Current driver. Tony Stewart's my all-time favorite. But anyways, Kyle is my current favorite driver. Giant reminds me of Kyle Busch back when
Yeah,
Kyle
yeah,
Busch
yeah.
drove the
I
5 car.
actually
And
had
Cowboy,
to
let me
use the
know if on
brakes
your
to be able to
screen I
slide
hit
up
you
in the
right there.
snow.
Because I seen by the way you went up, I'm guessing that I hit you on your screen. But Giant has a lot of speed. I mean, we've seen it last night at Sonoma. Giant has a lot of speed. He just needs to learn to harness it. I think that's what I think Mike Joyce said about Kyle when Kyle was in the 5 car when him and his brother Kurt got into that wreck at Charlotte. Boy's got a lot of speed. Just learn to harness it. You know, learn to let off a little bit quicker and
Daytona's gonna
just settle
make this
down.
move.
Here we go. We're gonna go 3 wide right here. We actually go to 5th gear.
All 3 wide.
Keep it down the yellow line. Actually go below the yellow line a little bit. Oh
made that
man,
move.
I never noticed that. I think I hit
Yep,
Daytona
he
right
made
there.
the move, and then you
Got
made
loose
the
on that
move.
yellow line.
I
Wasn't hard
letting
enough to
on- I
really
wasn't-
mess
I wasn't
people
letting
up
off
that
that
bad. I mean,
shit.
everybody
7
kept
to
going.
go. Time to go.
But I mean, like I said, it's time. It's go time. It's time to go. Time to start making some moves. Yeah, if you get the chance to make a move on somebody, definitely make it. I think the 41 and the 17 are gonna go flying by me right here. Yep.
Damn, Daytona
This right here is where Daytona makes the 3 wide.
I respect it.
Well, I think he does it another
As long as he can
time.
hold it.
Maybe that was it. But you see, he made it 3 wide. He went down the corner,
He did
He
a good
kept it
job.
down
He
there.
didn't hit anybody.
kept it off
Kept it
everybody.
straight.
He's
Respect.
definitely
Respect.
gotten better from this start.
He has. I'm not saying it's because of this, but him and I had ourselves a talk.
There
Oh,
you
yeah,
see, I
we had a
back
big
off.
talk,
I didn't
too.
want to go
'Cause,
in
I
too
didn't even know he
wide
was messaging me 'cause
into the tunnel turn.
my
You go in
messenger
too
wasn't
wide and
notifying
you're
me
on the
'cause it was just a
outside.
message request.
That's a
And he was
losing
talking to me
battle.
for weeks, like,
And it
talk
doesn't
shit,
matter
and
who's
I
below
told him I
you.
just see these, and then we cleared
Things
up our beef
happen.
that we had.
You can end up getting stuffed in the wall. I don't see any of these guys around me doing that. But, you know, they say sometimes shit
Rowdy, I
happens.
hit you there.
Yeah, right now it's just work the draft. If I remember right, we had some distance on. Maybe it's later in the race, or maybe it was early in the race. Top 3 or 4 had some distance on the rest of. Oh, it's after the contact thing, which is coming up here pretty quick, I think. You know, the 17 I think was out front for the larger amount of the race. So, like I said, I don't blame him for being upset. I would have been upset too. But you're about to see, I mean, there was absolutely nothing I could have done except for smash on the brakes, which, I mean, come on, nobody's doing that at this point. I see, like right there, we're in 4th, and we have 1.4, 1.5 seconds on 4th place. I don't know what happened to
Quite
Daytona.
the show. Oh, I thought I was clear, Simone. My bad.
I mean, we're
Thought I
just
was clear.
racing tight. There you. I wish that there were spoilers on the back of the car, or that you could see the spoilers on the back of the car. Because how I went in there like that, I was squeezing. I was like, "Do I have room? Do I have room? Do I have room?"
Oh, you should.
Okay,
be
here it
in
is,
fifth.
right here. Here we go. Okay,
Oh, that's a mistake.
we get the run.
It's just us four for this one.
Now look
here.
how
We're
close I'm
gonna
to
go for
the yellow
every
line. The
promotion.
last thing I'm expecting is somebody to come to the inside of me. I get hit.
Oh, Rowdy.
Tack. Watch the tack. It moves. I let off the gas. And we're going to do it again in slow mo. Fast forward
Get it
through it
up.
if you want to, whatever. Last thing I'm expecting is somebody to be underneath me. I mean, I'm on the yellow line. I mean, and you could read back, watch the tack. I let off the gas. I'm cranking it to the left. I mean, I really don't know what else I honestly could have done
Yeah, Smo's beside me.
differently
I'm trying
there.
to keep it
Like I
off
said,
of him.
I understand being upset about that, but I mean, I was on the yellow line, and I'm not focusing on the mirror. My peripheral vision,
My
I could
right
see
butt
something
cheek is hurting from
happening,
clenching so much.
but by the time I'd seen something happening, thinking,
I'm getting a
there's a
cramp.
car going below me, the contacts are there. It's already happened, and then right here, I guess the 10 and the
Rowdy, no.
41 got
Oh, what
together.
happened?
Something, I don't know. I've never seen any replays of it, of exactly what happened. But the 41 ends
What
up
happened?
spinning and wrecking.
For me, you hit my bumper.
And you
it
see
got
right
me
there
so loose into
with the
tunnel
1
turn.
second lead, well, 9/10. Even if they would have hooked up and
Yeah, I
drafted
got it too.
with 1 to go, it would have been
You
close.
hit my cumper,
No,
cumper. You hit
But
my.
I don't know if you can make up
You
a
hit
full
my fucking
second,
bump. Yeah.
even if
Going into the
drafting.
tunnel turn, you hit my bumper, and it really upset the car, and then
So,
it was just sideways.
I hope that
Yeah,
clears
you were
up
dead ass behind me going
anything
in on my screen.
as
Yeah,
far
it
as that
sucks. That's gonna be
incident
no
goes.
promotion.
Cash, settle down, big guy.
Well,
I really hope
that was
that
my shot at the win.
you can see, I'm down on the yellow line, dude.
It's just
I,
racing. I'm not too mad about it.
you,
Oh, but the car is so
we
damaged right
said
now. I don't know
earlier,
if I
put
can
yourself in
finish
my shoes, your
higher
shoes,
than
whatever.
17th.
Put yourself in my shoes. I'm on the yellow line. The last thing I'm expecting, I mean, I'm running that line right there. The last thing
Car
I'm
got no
expecting is a car underneath me hitting
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry if I did anything wrong on my screen. I was good.
But we go on to get the win, so
though.
hell yeah. First and second for Ford. 3 Fords. Yeah, see, I said something about Harvick.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just one-
so great win there. I forgot to record, so after the race,
And then I think
the
I
farthest I
let
could
the
go
tap
back
in the
to
wall.
save recent gameplay is 30 minutes. So we ended up getting to a wreck. If I remember right, Giant and I were nose to tail, and we just found the wall at the same time. It was weird. I was off of him, but it's like the air took me up or something. It was nobody's fault, really. It wasn't Giant's fault or anything like that. It was just we hit the wall, and we were towards the front of the pack. I think I qualified 5th, 6th. I think I qualified 5th for Pocono, 6th for here. So lucky row 3. Cowboy gone. Rest in peace, Cowboy. But we ended up getting a wreck. Had to go clear to the back, fight our way to the front. Now remember at the Homestead race what I said about at the Homestead race? If there's a high side groove at a track, always stay to the high side. And this, the obvious fast lane is the high side. You get to the low side, you're going to get freight trained. So here, obviously, it's just stay to the high as much as you possibly can. Just work that draft, make your way through. And right here, Rowdy ends up getting into me because I have to hit the brakes.
Sorry, Rowdy. I had to
number
get off
7.
the gas.
Oh. I haven't really had any
don't
altercations
trust him.
with him, but very nervous to drive around him. Like I said, I don't think I've ever had an altercation with him. It's just, on the headset you hear things, so can't speak from experience. So, like I said, there's certain drivers you always drive just a little weary around, and that's why I hit the brakes. I didn't know if the 7 was going to see me or not. So you see, we're just slowly creeping, making our way through. Still stage 1, making our way through the field. And there won't be any Sonoma footage coming out other than my live broadcast, because I forgot to record that too. I need to put a sticky note right here on the TV so that way I can always remember to hit that record button. I don't know, I'm always just so dang laser focused on winning races. And I don't even think about hitting that record button. Whoa! There's a power move for you. If you noticed, right before I did that, I looked to my left to make sure nobody was underneath me. Because I knew I was going to have a huge run.
I see you up there, Dirt. I see you up there.
I thought for sure I was going to be able to clear both of them. But, and then, oh, there you see, Giant hits the wall. I end up hitting Dirt. 24 hits me. That was a shit deal right there. Feel bad for the 24. He was having a hell of a good race. But I was hoping to have Dirt Slinger cleared by the time we went down into turn 1, but she had a whole head of steam right there, and she was able to hold off.
The Daytona's slow in the corner. Oh damn!
All right, let's go, girl.
Slow.
Oh, I got my wheel back.
Before we go any further, I just want to say, everybody down there in Kansas City heard what happened.
Daytona's just so slow up on that high side, man.
Ooh, what's going on there? Ooh, there's a little lag. Okay, but there are some bad people on this planet, and then there's just worthless scum that don't even deserve to go to hell. They deserve to go to a place much worse than hell. And the person that did that down there deserves to go to that place much worse than hell.
Put me in the wall.
Just like that.
Just
This dude's gotten on my last nerve tonight.
And what he was doing right there,
Don't do it, Giant, you stupid fucker.
I don't know. Like I said, he's got speed. He just...
Stupid son of a bitch.
And I know there's a lot of audio right here going. He's got a lot of speed, but he just screwed somebody out of a couple spots.
Last caution, I would have had third on.
You got to pay attention. You got to watch that mirror. If you're going to slide up and somebody's above you, and they've already got the position, guess what, bub? Back off. You can't just go up and hit people like that. Back off. So here we get a pretty good start. I think Dirt forgot to pit or took two. I can't remember because or maybe she did pit. She just didn't get a great launch right there. I remember thinking in my head, I was like, why are we catching Dirt so fast?
Like, obliterated him.
He's putting him in the walls of Jericho.
This was a fun race. I will definitely say that. This race was a hell of a lot of fun.
Row 3.
I'm not a real big fan of running the high draft. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It is a lot of fun no matter what track you're at. The high draft is a lot of fun. But I'm not a fan of the high draft because it doesn't really give you an idea of who the better driver is, really. Because you could just catch onto a draft and stay right with the pack. Okay, so I do something dumb right here. I make it 3 wide. In my head, I'm thinking back out of it, back out of it, back out of it. I backed out of it. If I wouldn't have backed out of it, I would have been under the high side, because the high side was the fast line. I just backed out of it. Like, there is way too much race left yet. Plus, I hit the wall a little bit there. That slowed me down, too. But this race was a lot of fun. I love racing with these guys. I mean, even though the 17 and I were having an issue right now, I mean, even the 47 right there, I mean, it's fun.
No, you're good.
I really do enjoy Mondays and Tuesdays. There's been a couple races that I was just like, but I have a lot of fun racing with all these guys.
Oh, I missed
And it usually seems by the end of the race, the people that do deserve to be up towards the front are typically up front. I didn't watch the 17's full broadcast,
Wow.
so I don't know
He
what
is
happened to
swerving like
him,
a
but him and
motherfucker.
Josh
Yeah,
ended
I
up
had to hit the
pitting
brakes.
here. Stage
I
3.
let off a bunch.
still
I was
stage
gonna get
2.
to his outside in
They
the
end up
trial,
pitting,
or that little.
and something
the
happens at
start-finish
17.
line,
He
but
wasn't able to
came
come
up
back
real
to the
quick.
front. I think, if I remember, he said he finished last or really close to last. And you can tell by where he's running now and where he has been running, he definitely did not deserve to finish last. So, Awol, if I just bumped you right there, I never noticed that before either. You need to let me know.
Any fan.
If I did, I apologize. Like I always say, I'm not perfect.
God.
I do
Josh
fuck
takes the
up too.
lead.
All right, so watch. Here we come. We're getting to it right here. 47's going to get the wall. Look, I got clear track.
Up in the wall
I'm
comes
above the
down.
black line.
3-1.
Boom. I get hit up into 47,
Fucking
down into the 17. We're going to do a slow-mo again here, just so that way everybody can know exactly what's going on. I'm not doing this to be a smart ass. I'm not doing this to point fingers. So I will say this. You watch this from my screen, the 17 comes up and hits me. I watch this from his view. On his view, I come down and smash into him. Well, I mean, everybody keeps their cars going straight. Really, I mean, except for the 47. I mean, the 47 hit the wall. I couldn't slow down. If I would have slowed down or hit the brakes, I would have ended up
Oh, here comes the
causing a
rest of them.
huge mess. We had a whole pile of cars behind us. So the only thing I could do was throttle up and try to make it through. I mean, that seriously was my only option.
I'm coming, MD.
And see, Josh, he's got a decent lead there. But he's about to have 3 Fords all up in his shit. And see, and this is where if it wasn't high draft, it'd be interesting to see if we would have caught Josh. I don't know if we would have. I mean, Josh, that boy's got a wheel on him. And I really don't know if we would have caught him. And there he rubs the wall just a little bit. He scrubs off just enough speed that helps us catch him even faster.
5 to go, 5 to go. Still there.
That could have been bad right there. That could have been really bad. I'm glad I went down to the low side. Here. Whoop.
Go,
Don't
Roddy.
move, stay high.
Now, something's about to happen. It's going
Somehow
to be on the
put the
next
wall.
lap. Maybe
I don't know why.
this lap. No, next lap. Maybe
I
even
think
the
the
lap
draft just
after.
straight lined me into that bitch.
I was asked, why did you help a Team Chevy driver instead of your teammate? I didn't help anybody. I've said it before and I'll say it again over and over. When I'm on the track, I'm not out there to make friends. I'm out there to do one thing only. And it's the same thing that everybody else is out there to do. Win races. I'm not out there to make friends. I'm not going to be an asshole, but I'm out there to win races. When I go to the high side and I'm pushing Josh, then you're going to see it. It's because if I would have pushed the 17, what would the move have been? He's going to dive down underneath and he's going to have to come up the track or else we're going to go by him anyways. So by that time, 17's going to have to check up and we're going to go flying by him anyways. And in the meantime, we got the chance of wrecking. Maybe we would, maybe we wouldn't, because the 17 is going to have to check up. So it wasn't that I'm going to do what I did to screw anybody over or to help with Team Chevy over Team Ford. It's because it's the smart, logical thing to do to advance my position as much as possible to try to win a stage for stage points. It's right here, I think. You know, if I could help a Ford driver over anybody, I'm obviously going to help a Team Ford driver first. But the high side is the fast side, and you're about to see where the drama hits right there.
Two.
You know, he sent me his view of it. You know, like I said, I want it to be the drama to be done and over with. So, it is what it is. We end up having a great race. Finished fourth, got some great stage points.
2 times.
You know,
Gosh, I can't pet you now.
move on with it.
All right.
And like I even said today, and I said in this video, I have a lot of respect for the 17. The guy's fast. He's going to win a lot of races in here. You know, he picked up that Sonoma win. It's just right now we're having a moment, and it happens. Next week it could be the 5 and the 8. The 5 and the 8 are really fast. They're teammates. There could be something that happens. When you're competitive, when you got 2 people that are very competitive and they're very fast and they have almost identical driving styles. Almost. See, they're getting hit up again. They have almost identical driving styles. It's inevitable. You're gonna find each other on the track. It's gonna happen.
Here he comes up on me.
It's probably a certain amount of time before Josh and I end up having something happen. We find each other on the track and something happens. Main thing is, I mean, right now all we could do is stop bringing it up. The whole purpose of this video tonight is, number 1, show how dominant Team Ford is right now. Number 2, hopefully we can get this done, over with, get it squashed. You can see where I was coming from. Like I said, Pocono. I mean, come on.
Hold your line. Stay high. Got a car high now.
Giant almost had me there. If he would have had just a little bump from the back, I think he would have been able to get me. But here we go. We're getting towards the end, and we end up having a few cautions at the end. But you could tell by the way everybody's driving up here, we're getting to the nitty-gritty, and that's what you have to do. At this point of the race, there's got to be less than 10 laps left, isn't there? Oh, no, 21 laps. Well, I guess we're just racing hard to be racing hard. Usually when you're slicing and dicing like this, it's towards the end. I guess we're just putting on a hell of a show.
Inside. Clear down low. Looking inside now.
I see Giant. I mean, he's driving good back there right now. Oh,
Stay down now.
well, never mind. My bad.
I want you to go. You got this.
That's what I get from opening my mouth. Yeah, never mind. Giant, if you happen to watch this, brother, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Daytona, and Daytona has improved a lot. Settle down. Talk to Josh. I mean, Josh is one of your teammates, and he'll probably tell you the same thing. Just settle down. Back your corners up. And the one thing that I can tell you for sure, for advice, is stop racing the other cars. Race the track. Whatever's supposed to happen is gonna happen. Race the track. Don't race the other cars. Obviously, you know you gotta maneuver around the other cars. That's obvious. Race the track. If the high side is the fast side,
I
Just
let up.
concentrate on that first. Worry about the other cars later. Race the track.
Stay high. Stay high.
If you're supposed to win the race, you'll win the race. If you're supposed to get dead ass last, you're gonna get dead ass last.
Stay low. All right, you're clear.
Can't remember if I pull up in front of nope.
Car on the outside.
Man, he's whew. Well, I guess you can't get mad at me for pushing Josh now.
The only complaint about this track is passing is so fucking nightmarishly.
And I did not mean that in a snarky way.
You got idiots that can't drive.
All right, you're clear.
The draft is just.
Yeah, if you just worry about racing the track first,
Welcome.
practicing and
Welcome.
knowing where the
Try not
fast
to
line
worry.
is. And it doesn't take a whole lot of practice. I'm going to be honest with everybody right now. Except for Mondays and Tuesdays, I don't touch the game. I don't get on it at all.
I'm in the middle.
I'll get on and
We're good.
Still
Thank you.
there.
and I'll practice for, that hour
Don't
when
you
we have the
dare,
practice
you
lobby up.
suck.
That's all the practice I do on this. This is the most I've ever
Slits.
driven these
He slid
2022
up.
cars.
He slid up like.
So it
from
doesn't
the
take
bottom
much. It
all
just
the way.
takes learning where the fast line is. And I'm going to admit this.
I
I
still
mean,
got it.
and we're trying to smash this whole little feud thing. You seen right there just a minute ago how I was right behind 17 and
CJ,
I
Oh my
was
God! Why? Just draft
so
him. Why did you
angry.
catch? Why are you passing?
Still
I
there.
wanted
he's in the
to
wall.
hit him in the wall, but one thing about racing and everything is you got to learn to keep your cool. And
Be ready here.
if I would have done that, that would have just been a dumb thing to do. Like I say, he showed me his view, and from his view on everything, from his view, it looks like I did come down into him. From his view, it looked like he probably did not hit me on his view.
Still out there. Yeah. Still
Right.
out here.
It's done. It's over with. We're moving on. That's the last I'm going to say of it.
Still out here.
We getting down to the nitty gritty here yet? Yeah, 7 laps remaining. About to have another caution. So Josh and the 17 did pit,
Alright, Rooster, let's go,
and
boy.
as we're going through these
We're going
restarts, I'm watching for
Try
both
my
of
ass
them.
off to get my win.
There I saw Josh 6, and I'm like, oh man. And I know Dirt Slinger, she's hungry for a win. So I've got all these things going through my mind. Of course, there's Rowdy right there. Rowdy is always a contender for the win.
Oh, I got
He edged us out at Vegas.
Got a car low now.
We're having a pretty good battle there.
Clear low.
They end up getting too wide there. CJ goes around the high side.
CJ fucking throwing it in there. What
I
the
never
fuck
noticed
is
how
this shit?
tight a fit that was for CJ. Wow.
Oh,
He
damn.
barely fit that. Excuse me.
There they
Fuck
go.
is this,
Barely fit
man?
that in there.
Oh,
So now I'm watching for Josh and the 17 again. I see Josh in 4th, and I'm thinking, oh, great, because Josh has
This
fresh
is
tires. I do
absolutely-
not. I'm on old tires.
Fucking CJ throwing it in
I
there.
thought for sure I was going to lose this. So here we go. Green, white, checkered.
Way to go, driver.
CJ, he's hungry for a win. Everybody's up here. Josh and I think we're the only two that have wins. Playboy and Cowboy. Maybe they do. I joined the season late, so I don't know. Right here, Josh goes down the track.
Car outside.
Now, I thought he was going to try that big slider,
damn.
but he never did. And that right there was the best news that I seen. It was when they got side by side.
Oh, damn.
On by.
As if they're side by side, I'm going with the guy on the high side, and I'm getting that push. They're still side by side, and I don't know what happens right here, but I don't know if they got. I have no clue what happened. They got together or something. And I'm looking in my mirror, right there and then. Well, watch this.
CJ.
I was waiting
Josh.
for him to just do a video game move.
Fucking Josh.
But I knew that I had it going into 3.
Double down, baby. Double down, baby. That's
There we go.
two
Pick up the
tonight.
double down.
Double
Man,
down.
I had a lot of speed.
So hopefully it's done.
Back.
It's over with. I'm never speaking of it again.
Good win, Rooster.
Thank
It was
you.
a great night of racing.
Fucking dog.
Had a blast at Pocono. Had a blast at Kansas.
I was on the outside of MB.
You know, even if we wouldn't have picked
Somehow
up
we
the
got, like,
wins,
4 wide, and I'm in the wall.
would have just been fantastic night of racing.
Good wins though.
I have no. Where are we at next week?
Unbelievable.
Y'all stick around for the
Atlanta
the
and
party.
Martinsville.
I'll do the afterward.
So those are going to be very interesting to see what
Good racing
happens.
tonight, guys. Holy crap!
Daytona picking up a top 5. There you go, bud.
Those were we needed
Rooster
those
95
two combat
picking up a
races,
top
honestly.
5. Dursing ended up picking up a 6. Mellon made his way back up to 8th.
I
So-
ain't gonna lie, my heart was pounding hard.
Like I
I
said,
saw
I don't
Josh
know what
coming
happened
up
to
there, I saw
17 all
Cowboy
the way
coming up
back there. I
Holy
have
wow!
no clue. There's baby girl.
I was
You're fine.
got put in the wall.
So I have no idea what happened to him, but I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the like button.
Rough races.
Monday night, 8 Central. I think it's Martinsville. Then Tuesday night, 8 Central. I believe it's Atlanta. Y'all have yourselves a great night. And as always, be good to each other.